All right, you guys, Agent B here, and it's Tuesday. And so what I'm doing a property tour Tuesday like I usually do. I usually do on houses that are go direct or vacant if I can, and especially now because of everything going on. Whoa, hello, friend. Everything going on with the COVID-19 stuff and all that. So, but yeah, so I'm here in Fullerton. We're on Riverside Drive. I was actually in this house a few years ago, and I think I did a property tour then, and I had 3 investors looking at it back then. They didn't pick it up. And now these guys are trying to sell for about 100 grand more, and they rented it out for 2 years, and now they're trying to resell it after just changing out some carpeting and some other things, but really nothing else in here has changed. So getting 100 grand in 2 years, that's a pretty good profit. We'll see if they get it, but let me walk you through the house. It has a kind of a very interesting type of layout to it, but it has a huge lot, and that's really what this place is all about. The lot is 13,500 feet, so it's got a massive lot in it. So let me show it to you. I'll start you from the front door here, and it is raining outside. The sun's coming out though, so that's pretty cool. I'll flip this for you so you can see that, and I'll come this way. Number one, before I go any further, if you're gonna sell a house, especially in a neighborhood like this, sorry, I forgot to turn it this way. Get rid of the security door, because this neighborhood's a great neighborhood. You're not going to need that security door. That's my opinion. I'm not a police officer, but I'm just saying I've lived in the neighborhood for almost 20 years. You don't need that security door. So hey, back to the tour. So this is the front door, the security door on it. Coming through, you go right into like a big playroom or a big open area, a big family room, living room area, kind of double size in here. And I think this area would probably work as a dining room right here if you wanted to. Living room here, and it comes out to a little step down with a little enclosed patio. I would have to assume that this is not part of the square footage. It may be. I see some vents up there, but coming through, it's got some skylights in it, that type of stuff. So you got really another kind of family area out here. I'm gonna take you in the backyard last, okay? But we'll go into the kitchen. You'll kind of see what I mean. So these guys bought it. There's a little breakfast nook here. I'm sorry, I'm not turning on lights because I'm not supposed to be flipping switches on and off unless it's an official showing, just to make sure everybody's being safe. But here's the kitchen here, you guys. Like I said, nothing's really been done to upgrade anything here. They put in new appliances a couple of years ago. Some Frigidaire appliances, I think, 3 years ago. But other than that, laundry room here. And then I'll take it down. You'll kind of see what I was saying to you about some of the bedrooms and some things around here. And I'll flip it this way, and I'll have you follow me instead. And so we're going to go down the hallway here. And then it comes out and opens up into a bunch of bedrooms. And so here's the first one. Pretty big room, and I'll bring you through, swing you around. They put the new carpet in a couple of years ago, and obviously renters in here hammered that. So that's done with. But good sized rooms for sure. There's a few of them. So there's one, and it's an interesting layout. I told you these front 2 rooms are pretty standard. Nice bigger rooms in here, probably like 12 by 12 rooms. Decent closet space. It does have the old touches with the cabinetry above and the closets below. That's definitely like 40s and 50s type of design around here in Fullerton. This house was built in 54. So that's kind of the touches they had back then. Bathroom. I'm not going to walk all the way in because I don't like showing bathrooms unless it's awesome, and it's all right. I mean, it's a decent sized bathroom, a decent space. Someone's going to come in here though. I mean, you could technically move in. It had renters in it. They were living in it. But someone's going to get this. They're going to renovate it, especially with this lot size. You renovate this the right way, and you got a pretty good house. So this space, you can hear the openness here. So here's considered another bedroom. It's just a huge open space that's got its own, another bath over there. And then I'm going to flip this so you guys can see walking down the hallway towards the master here. They got some built-ins in the closet. And they've got the master in the back. And the master in the back's got a bathroom in here and some more built-ins, walk-in closet, and a little shower area, toilet area. So, like I said, I mean, the house itself, it's like 2,300 feet. And you got plenty of windows. And I'm going to take you outside because I think it's stopped raining now for us so we can go out. But this is kind of how it is. You got to walk through this giant kind of bonus room area. So it's almost like a bedroom leads to another bedroom. And then it goes out to this like enclosed patio space. And then you can see this. So I'm going to flip this open for us and show you the outside so you can see how big this lot is. I mean, 13,500 feet is a big size lot, especially in this area. And you got a lot of potential here. Obviously, you got some big mature trees out here, but I mean, with this lot size, you could definitely do some things out here. I mean, unless you really love the trees, you can definitely redo this whole exterior area, decking. I mean, plenty of room out here for a pool if you lose one of these trees. But it wraps around the side over here too. So you've got just a huge forest out here. Bring it back to H&B. Here we go. So yeah, so we're over here on Riverside Drive, like I said, and we're in Fullerton. So this is really, an easy walk from my house, less than a mile from me, just a few blocks, actually. But it's really difficult out here to get a lot this size. They're asking $799 for this house. They bought it for about $700, like I said, at the end of 2017. So just over 2 years, they're trying to, excuse me, a little spider web. They're trying to get, trying to make a pretty good profit on it in just a couple of years. And all they've done is change out the carpets. So I'm not sure what they'll take for the house. I think, like I said, I had a few investors looking at this originally when it was on the market a few years ago, and I think we were offering like mid sixes for it back then, and thinking to put someone come in and put 100, 150, 200 grand into this thing, not including everything that can go into the backyard, and making it unbelievable, and then reselling it for 800 to 900,000, obviously, or even more at that time. So making the numbers work is very difficult. Especially now with what's going on with the market. And we've been talking about the market. If you're watching this now on Facebook, you'll understand what's going on later on YouTube if you catch this thing, and maybe different at that time. But the market hasn't seen. I'm probably getting half a dozen calls a day or text messages from people asking me if there's any great deals out there or what's going on with the market. Should they sell now? I just talked to some of my clients yesterday, and they're asking if they should sell now or they should wait. What should they do? And other clients might ask if they should buy now. What should they do with everything going off the market? And the thing is, what you don't understand is what's happening right now. It's not like coronavirus hit in January and the market dumped in April. The market is still going strong. The problem is a market report just came out today from one of the leading sources that does market analysis. I can't tell you who that is, but it gets sent to me, so I can take a look at that. But it's basically what he's saying is, here's what's going on. The market right now is what's happening. The different than 2008 is that right now we have super low inventory, and then now the demand is going down because 10 million people lost their jobs. And so you're gonna have less people jumping into the market to buy homes. In 2008, they're saying we had almost 4 to 5 times as much inventory because of all the foreclosures and everything. And we may see that still. You might see that after this 3-month deferment that's going on with a lot of these loans. You may see that in June or July. You might start seeing just an explosion of listings, and then you'll have more buyers. It'll be summertime. But you might see the market go the other direction at that point as far as prices go. But right now, because the inventory is still so tight that people are still getting top dollar for their houses unless it's overpriced, like this one right now. I mean, we're pretty high priced, and I've seen this thing. I've come to it. This is my second or third time coming to this house. It's only been on the market 3 weeks right now or so, but I've been here a couple times, and every time I'm here, this is the first time I've been here and no one else has been here. Usually there's just a lineup of people outside trying to get in. So I think probably everybody's seen it by now. I always tell people when I list a house, usually the first couple of weeks is crucial because that's when everybody sees it. And that's why the pricing is so important, because By the time, let's say they put this on the market at $7.99, just an example, okay, it's on the market at $7.99. After 3 weeks, they go to drop the price. Well, all those people that have already seen it are not looking back at it, unfortunately, because it's not new. It's not popping up in their box unless they've saved it. And a lot of people, the price is too high, they'll actually remove it from their search, or if it's on Zillow or Redfin or even on Remax or any of our sites that we do for people, they'll be like, yeah, I don't need to see that one. So if the price drops 50 grand, you no longer have the original 50, 60, 100,000 people maybe that saw that house between online, social, emails, everything else, and all the advertising they're getting. You no longer have that pool anymore. That just shrinks a ton. So that's why it's so important when someone sells a house to go out there at the right price and a lot of times try to push that price up, which I do a lot, which I've been really doing successfully for the last couple of years. Is when the clients will listen to me, I said, hey, your house is worth, $760, let's put that thing at $749, $739, or even at $760 and see if we can push it, especially with no inventory out there. So it's really important that happens, because this house, I think it could be incredible. Someone's going to come in, though. They're going to spend some money trying to figure out the configuration back there and all that type of stuff. So, but it's really important to remember that, you guys, that the market is not, we're not in the recession right now. We may be, again, I'm not a doomsdayer guy, but unless they can figure out how to get everyone back to work, and everything else, we are going to see some changes and some things going on for sure in housing, and we're going to see more listings, because I've already gotten calls. I told you guys last week when I got on and was doing my quarantine chronicles that I already got a few phone calls from people asking me how they can go about talking to their lenders and what they should do to get that 3 months of relief, because they've either lost their job or been, lost a bunch of overtime hours, or hours been cut, different types of things. So they need some assistance on that. So yeah, it's definitely, going to make some changes for sure. So be ready for that. But right now, we don't know what's going to happen with interest rates in the summertime either. Interest rates could start going up again. Remember, for a little amount of time there, they're back over they're almost at 4.5%. For about a week there, and then now they're back down in the mid threes. But remember, they were down like 2.9 at one time for a 30-year fix. So, I mean, that's a pretty big jump. A half a point, a full point, a point and a half. That's a big jump to go over 1.5%, not 1.5%, or 0.5%, that type of stuff. That's a big move. So keep an eye on the market, see what's going on. A house like this, like I said, they paid $700 grand for it a couple of years ago. They're trying to get $100 grand more out of it, which, do the math, I don't know if they're going to get, 15% increase if they haven't done anything to the house. It's still kind of in a, I wouldn't call it a fixer for sure. It's not a fixer because it's not in that kind of condition, but definitely an upgrader. So, because you're going to do some work in here for sure. But someone could pick it up and pull it as a rental. I don't know if you're going to get the rent you want to get the cap that you want on it, but you never know. So that's it. This is the first property. I'm actually going to go see another one that's the same type of thing. It's a tiny little house. It's really cool. It's like a 2-bedroom, 2-bath up in the hills up here, just from my house. I don't think I did a tour on it the other day. I didn't get a chance to. I actually showed it to a couple different people, and it's just too much work for them to pay the price that those guys want. I think that one is also like $760 or something like that, and it's tiny. So there she is. Ms. Hauser, how are you doing? We've been praying for you. There she is. Grandma Hauser, we love that lady. But yeah, we're going to go look at that one next, and I've kind of been able to get out of here, and you guys may not know this, but realtors were now, as of a couple of weeks ago, we are considered essential again, which is great. But we do have a lot of rules. Like I said, when I came in here, that's the only other door I open. I've got my hand sanitizer over here. I forgot the ones that my guys at the Levesque Corporation gave to me, but I do have a couple of these little ones we grabbed from Bed Bath & Beyond or something like that. I don't know, but our Bath & Body Works, so we grabbed a bunch of those. Oh, there she is. Hola, Gloria. So I do have hand sanitizer, so after I get done here, I'm going to sanitize. After I close the doors, I'm going to sanitize again. I can barely feel my fingers anymore. I don't think my my thumbprint is working anymore on my phone. But just remember, like I said, we are still an essential service here. So, but the rules have changed when we're going in. If you want to see houses, you have to sign usually some kind of a release, a COVID-19 release now, to get us in. And then when we're listing houses, you know, you'll have to sit across the table from you, 6 feet away. We have to just be careful with everything, but we are able to show houses. And someone was asking me the other day, they're thinking about listing their house. I've got about 4 or 5 people thinking about listing their house right now. I'm not sure how they're going to do it, but we can do the virtual tours we always do with the 3D tours, but now we can narrate those, and I can do Zoom tours and just like this Facebook Live tours and bring people through and do like an hour and a half time where I can walk people through and they want to see a house, and I can walk them through that whole house with my phone. They don't have to look at me. I can turn it around and show them the room and kind of describe it to them. And then if they like the house, they go through all the disclosures, and then once we know they're pre-approved, they can come see it privately with their realtor, or I can open it up to them, however we do it. Okay, so I'm still working. I've called all the lenders that I've ever worked with before, ever done a deal with in the past, and just let them know, hey, if you've got clients that are pre-approved, I'm not afraid to go into houses. I'm being very careful with it. I'm not wearing a mask yet because if I'm doing a bunch of showings, I don't want to go house to house with the same mask on, just getting that all over the place. But I am doing everything else I can to be safe for sure. So please let me know if you guys know anybody looking to buy or sell, because Agent B is still working, trying to get it done, trying to help out a lot of people. And I mean, I've dropped stuff off for clients right now, some essential things that they needed as well today from the sales that they had, just letting them know I'm still around. So please reach out to me, you guys know, and if you even not real estate related, reach out to me anytime. Agent B is here to help. This is property tour number 1 in April. I think it's the first one we've done in April. So, but I'm back. The sun is out. I'm ready to go. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. We'll be on the next one, okay? Talk to you later. And I'll put these on Instagram and YouTube later on this evening as well, okay? I hope you guys are all doing well. Wash your hands, people. Stay safe. Talk to you later. Bye.